Hello, we're back. It was a long, long time. Sorry for the tangent, by the way, but it's fun talking on the internet. So, there's a DC documentary in the works called Secret Origin, a title that they've used a lot lately. The story of DC Comics.
I don't know how interested in this I am, because
I watch documentaries no matter what on stuff I'm interested.
well the thing is I've seen a lot of comic book documentaries. I think I've probably seen all of the documentaries on comic books in general, at least like the popular ones I've aired on like the History Channel and stuff like that. And I've seen at least one on Superman and probably maybe two on Batman. Like
I saw like three on Batman when Dark Knight came out. They had one about the psychology of him, like the history of him, and one about the gadgets.
I've seen a lot of documentaries, particularly about the history of comics. This doesn't particularly appeal to me. Like I'm probably gonna watch it, but I don't hear. It's not like the Warren Ellis one or the
Comic Book Heroes Unmasked with Keith David
yeah
narrating. I love that one.
yeah, me too. But it's not like the Warren Ellis one or the Grant Morrison one where they're focusing on a single creator. Where I'm like, it's gonna be really cool to learn about just this one guy. I feel like this is gonna be the same documentary I've seen before, just without all the Marvel bits.
God damn it, you're right, because I watched the documentary featurettes on the DC animated movies. There was the one on the New Frontier one that was essentially, though it was done through the history of the Justice League mostly, but it basically flashed everything about DC too.
I'm kind of skeptical that there's going to be anything new or particularly interesting. On the other hand,
here's something I just saw. It's being narrated by Ryan Reynolds.
Okay,
I don't know. I just saw that. I was like, really? Then again,
but,
Kevin Spacey did the Superman one.
Yeah. And he doesn't mention that he's Kevin Spacey, which kind of bugs me when he's talking about Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor.
Kevin Spacey, bro.
I wanted him to either just be like, and I'm playing Lex Luthor, or throw in a really subtle joke of being like, Kevin Spacey plays the greatest Lex Luthor ever on film.
Too.
But no, the thing about this is, if you've never seen any documentaries, this will probably be really interesting.
It's a good thing because it's coincide with their 75th anniversary, which is happening right now. So I'm never going to watch it. It's a cool thing.
The one thing that I think would be really interesting is if they talk about the actual origins of DC. Because the documentary I've seen...
Sorry, guys. Technical difficulty. Skype. The thing that never ceases to amaze me when it comes to annoyance. So, yeah, it's going to feature a bunch of interviews from a bunch of other creators. So we're going to move on to the next story now.
Yeah.
You can go, Eric.
All right, in November, the Avengers vs. Thunderbolts.
Yeah, not big. Apparently, judging from
there was a time when that would just be a storyline that would air, maybe between the two books. But now... You got to promote it months in advance, and it's got to be a big whole thing. Also, I think it's funny that that Iron Man doesn't have a noteworthy foe in this picture. Like, who the hell is he fighting?
That's the Ghost.
Is that a redesign?
I think that's the Ghost. I don't know. I might be completely wrong.
That's not what the Ghost looks like.
I think it does because they have the helmet and the thing.
The Ghost has like a hood, and he doesn't really look like.
No, they redesigned him though.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Is that the redesign?
Yeah, it's probably the redesign.
Okay, because I haven't read Stark.
Also, apparently Crossbones is a terrible shot judging from that photo, but it's just a, cliched...
No, he's clearly, like, pushing it to the side with his manliness.
Look
at that face! Look at the face on Cap.
God, can he see what he's trying to punch?
He doesn't have to, he's manly.
Thor's just going all out on Juggernaut.
I will say I find the lineup in this picture interesting. Because Thor is way in the background, and right now Thor is kind of the one that's getting the most attention of the three Marvel heroes based on all the leaked footage and everything. I think it's interesting that he's in the background.
Maybe that's just whoever did this.
I'm not saying that they're like, fuck you, Thor, you're gonna stand back here, but
we have no faith in you, even though we put a lot of money in it. So screw you.
I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that I find it interesting that he's in the background.
Yes.
And Super Soldier, It's right there in the front.
He's not Super Soldier. He's Captain Steve.
No, he's Super Soldier. It's official.
I call him Captain Steve, like that fanboy. Ironically, which is from this link is from.
Anyways.
So on to the other thing, which is hopefully we could stretch a few minutes out of that one too. They showed you the Avengers teaser logo. Ooh.
So some people sent me messages like, what do you think of this? I'm like, I think it's a logo.
It's an A narrated by Samuel L. Jackson.
It's not a teaser. People are like, it's a teaser. It's not. It's like a teaser. Like it's teasing the teaser.
Like the Pixar teasers, kinda.
I don't know what a Pixar teaser is.
You know, like when they show you the next movie that's coming out like next year, like for next Pixar movie.
No, it's not even that. This is literally if the teaser for Wall-E was just the words Wall-E, that's
yeah, you're right.
There's not even like it's not even like there's a highlight of like the characters. Like literally, it's just Sam Jackson being like, and there was
I'm in this movie, these guys.
No, it's just like him being like, and there was a time when heroes were needed, and so they came and fought great evil. And then just the words "the Avengers." It's not even a teaser. It's just I'm thinking that the Avengers logo is actually.
This is like that thing we mentioned earlier where people are like, yeah, over something that's silly.
I don't know anyone that's getting excited about this. I mean, I like the logo. It's a nice logo.
I found it too.
I wish it was a little bit more colorful.
People sent me a message saying, "Did you see it?" Those guys count.
I wish there was a little bit more color to the logo, but other than that, I wish it was yellow. The Avengers logo.
Goddamn gray. Nope.
Yeah, well, it's kind of an aquatic gray.
This is what we've come to, folks. We're now questioning the color of a logo. Okay. Next.
All right. So the next one is they've officially announced the sequel to Arkham Asylum is called Arkham City. Which when I was first clicking on these links, I thought they announced the title of Batman 3 was Arkham City, and I'm like, I'm not sure how I feel about that. But and
then you found out it was the game.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, I'm totally fine with that. I didn't play the.
It's not really a groundbreaking thing.
I really like the first picture of Batman and Catwoman. She's hanging upside down.
For Game Informer.
Although it looks a lot like Nemesis.
You're right. It does.
If you look at it, it kind of does.
Just need someone edit out the ears for us.
Yeah, he I'm just saying.
You're not wrong.
They were like, hey, Nemesis looks a little bit too much like Batman the Joker. This is looking a little bit like Nemesis.
Not to mention the fact that there is blood on his mouth, kind of.
That's true. I'm just saying. But no, it looks good.
Yeah. Yeah, Catwoman's going to be in it.
The next article is kind of exciting for me.
Go, Eric. You can take this one.
We're getting a Suicide Squad video game, and apparently John Ostrander might be the writer. I'm kind of excited. I love the Suicide Squad. I really need to get the showcase of the Suicide Squad, because normally the showcase essential books kind of bore me, just because for some reason I'm like, these are supposed to be in color, and they're black and white.
I have that with that too.
Like it's not like I don't. If a comic book is black and white, that's one thing. But when it's supposed to be in colors black and white, I feel bored. But I really do enjoy the Suicide Squad. I have some issues here and there. And Deadshot is one of my favorite villains. Also, the current Flash arc is kind of making me really love Captain Boomerang.
Same here.
So I'm really excited for this. John Ostrander is a really good writer. So yeah.
Well, the thing is, he may be involved.
Well,
he may.
Yeah. Well, and I like that it's going to be hardcore violent. That's
which you never really see in superhero games.
No, it's going to be really interesting. And if you want to take the final article.
Well, seeing as it's my show on my channel, sure. Now, Tony
Scott.
Scott.
That's going to end soon. We're coming for you.
Oh, no. Anyway, Tony Scott, brother of Ridley Scott, is directing the movie of our sponsor, Mark Millar's comic book Nemesis. Let me remind you, everyone, it's only 2 issues in.
Yeah, but it's only 4 issues long.
But that's Millar, so who knows how long that would truly be. But yeah, like, it's not even done yet.
Well, neither was Kick-Ass.
But,
War Heroes has been commissioned for a movie, and That's only had 3 issues for about 4 years now. No, it's not 4 years, but it's been a while.
I remember the day when we got the issue.
I do.
Sorry.
No. But when Manos was first getting into comics, War Heroes #1 came out. That's all I'm saying. But no. I like Mark.
It was announced when Joe Shuster decides to do Superman.
Yeah. I like Mark Millar. I didn't read Nemesis #2. Did you read Nemesis #2?
I did, but I forgot because it's been months.
No, it just came out last month.
I know, but I forgot what it was.
Was it any good? I didn't read it.
I don't remember. I need to reread it.
Did issue 2 came out last month? Did you read issue 2?
Yeah, I read issue 2. I just don't remember anything.
Okay,
No.
I might torrent it and read it.
I remember it being better, but it's my memory.
I just based on the first issue, I wasn't blown away by it. I didn't think it was anything really, really fantastical.
The first issue to me was just a guy going, "I'm the awesomest motherfucker around."
Yeah, and I'm sorry. I understand it's an action story, but standing on the wing of a plane in the air is just so far beyond logic. Tony Scott, if you don't know who he is, he's done the 3 movies that I've seen of his are The Last Boy Scout, True Romance, and Enemy of the State, and I really like all 3 of those. But to be fair, Last Boy Scout was written by Shane Black, and True Romance was written by Quentin Tarantino. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. The most interesting thing is it really brings Millar's cynicism. Something that was really taken out of Kick-Ass, which worked better as a movie, or in the movie, because the movie was much more comedy, and Kick-Ass the comic book is really cynical and depressing.
Which is why I have troubles reading it.
I like it for that. I like that aspect of Millar's writing, where he's just like, you know what? Life sucks. And Nemesis is really, really like, guess what? Sometimes the bad guys can win, Jack. Sorry, that was...
Yeah.
I was sorry. I was going to Last Action Hero, but no, like that's really what it is. It's the bad guy just being like, sometimes we can win.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how much this gets butchered, because Wanted was the same thing. Wanted was
Wait, Wanted was based off a comic book? No.
It was. Wanted was him being balls to the wall crazy, and I didn't like Wanted. That's one of my least favorite comic books. That I've read, just because it was so, like, it wasn't even just cynical. Like, it was just like, these are horrible people doing horrible things. And that's,
I'm going to now have to read that.
I don't know, like, I didn't like it. I was like, there's nothing for me to root for here. Which Nemesis at least has a good guy in it. But I'm really interested to see how it comes to screen. I wouldn't be surprised if Nemesis gets the Wanted treatment and he's not a supervillain, he's just a guy.
I actually see that coming. I don't know why, but yeah.
Yeah.
That was the news. So
I would like to make a note on behalf of our producer Mark Millar. Ultimate Avengers 2. Not only did every issue ship on time, but there were 2 issues in 1 month.
I know.
And Ultimate Avengers 2 finished this past week. Ultimate Avengers 3, the first issue comes out next week. So
I'm thinking it's just Marvel on him about getting them out on time.
That or he's with artists that don't take forever. With the exception of John Romita Jr., who doesn't take forever, but he's clearly expressed before he was busy working on higher paying books like Spider-Man.
Yeah, true.
And he was working on that animated part in the movie. Have you bought the movie yet?
No.
I haven't either. I'm picking up next week. I get a really low paycheck this week.
Well, yeah, so we only have like a little bit of time left.
Bye.
So bye, everyone, and go to every one of our co-hosts' channels and say good luck or too bad.
Wish King, give King your best wishes, because you won't be seeing videos from him anymore.
Go to his grave and then get a copy of Batman and Robin and just set it there and walk off.
Yes. And then ask him, is it funny now, King?
Yes. Goodbye, everybody.